Hello everybody and welcome back to Colony Survival, where we have lots of outdoor camping going on right now. And we need to kind of fix that, and I've got some things to fix in the mines as well, so I'm just going to finish off this little entryway. I'm kind of actually thinking maybe, would it be better to have the door the other way around to this place? But then that's still going to, we're still going to have a massive long staircase. But that might, it might be better. I'm going to redesign this because I don't like, something has bugged me about that for a while. What we're going to do, so we're going to widen this entryway. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And just make it into like a, this is just a giant staircase. This is all this building is to do, is to accommodate a giant staircase that goes down. But I'm just not quite happy with this whole staircase scenario, and while it's only a few blocks wide, it's going to be very easy to sort out. The more I do, the further down I go, the worse that's going to get. So let's sort it out and make it pretty before I do something I regret. So what I'm thinking I'll do is just fill all this in. I'll sort it out in a minute. So we'll... I'm just going to put a block. That's just to jump up. That's not going to stay. Okay. So I want it to be 3 high. And then get some more stone. Some thatch. I'll give it a thatched roof as well, just to keep it in line with everything else in this area. In fact, why have I got copper on my hotbar? So dumb. I'm just like... I'm walking around with copper on my hotbar. When am I ever going to build with a piece of copper? I'm not, so... Same with that workbench. That just needs to be there in case I need a workbench at some point. Sling bullets I do need. Dirt, wood, and torches, and straw. Yeah, all of those are good building materials. Okay, so we're gonna build this little roof on top of here. And this one I kind of think I would like to have the whole thing going on. What I'll eventually probably do over there with the houses, I'll probably eventually have a much bigger space between them. I'll probably take out the middle building and put it somewhere else. So we'll have like a forge. I might actually put the cookhouse somewhere else. And we'll have a forge and a workshop. And then we'll have a cookhouse in another area. I'm happy with that. Or depending on what things we unlock, there might be other things that I want to put together. So I might want to move the forge and have other, like maybe jewelry makers or stone masons or what, I don't know really. This might end up just being the stone masons a bit, you know. But anyway, I think that's the roof done on that. That's all I want to do for the roof. How about we just make that into like a doorway? And then immediately start going down into the ground here. And what I'll do is I'll just patch that up like it never happened. I think this will look a lot nicer. And like I say, I'd rather fix something earlier and get it sorted out than try and fix it later. Oops. And it becomes a massive problem, so. Oh, doesn't that look so much better? Probably don't need it going down that quickly. There we are. And then if I do need to push it back at all, I can. Which I actually might want to do. I might actually want to lower it one, because when I start to put the half blocks in, it starts to get a little bit difficult for headroom. So maybe we'll just do that. Do I want to go one lower? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good here. So I think now I want to just open this out a little bit. Put a torch on either side. Oops. And then just make it as pretty as I can with very limited blocks I have. Like I say, the game will give you more blocks and things to play with later on, but it makes you work for them. It absolutely makes you work for them, so... I actually think I want to do that. Get rid of this torch here. Because then that means that the stairs are into a correct cavity there. And pushed back as much as I want them to be. Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to have like a kind of 3 wide corridor, because I hate 1 wide corridors. And I like things to be odd numbers. It makes it easier to center things if you have odd numbers when you build, in any game really. Any building game, you like to use odd numbers for things. And I should basically just be able to make a massive place for people to sleep now. So usually I imagine that the rooms are probably going to want to be at least 5 by 5. So I'll go back 2 in this direction. I'll need to build the wall up behind here. It'll be a bit of a false wall. Because I did make a little mistake when I was making it. Stick a torch there, because that's already built with the material I want to keep it in. And then, like I say, a 5 by 5 room, and I'll start hauling some beds down here as well. 4, 5. Now eventually this will open up to like a digger thing, but I haven't had much practice with the diggers yet. So I might be a bit rubbish with them to start with. I believe you can dig out big spaces, but I haven't worked out how to do that underground yet. And half the time I find it's quicker to do it myself. But, you know, as I get onto bigger projects, I imagine the diggers are going to be very useful. Nothing else than to just flatten land out for me. But there is the downside that I then have to wait for that. And honestly, one of the only things I'm really doing myself here at the moment is doing all the digging and stuff. But then I suppose at that point it'll be I do more designing rather than digging. Because I am digging and designing at the same time. So I'll be telling them what to do, and they will be doing it. And it will be very cool. I will probably want to put wood in the ceiling here. And I may at some point want to change all the stonework over to something a little prettier. But again, work with what I've got for now. That's one wall done. Finish off this wall. Wall behind me hasn't been started yet. Stone takes so long to dig. That dark stone takes ages as well. One thing I would like to start doing this episode as well, if I can, if I have the time, is to dig down and see what other things I can find to mine out. I know it's not necessary right now, and I haven't gotten to that stage of things, but I still feel that that would be a really cool thing to do. We're backed into the original stairwell here now. But I don't think I want to have more than 6 colonists per room down here. And I feel like then it's bad enough that there's like, that there will be 6 to a room. I don't think I can go less than that though, because I'm going to have so many colonists eventually. It's going to be a bit necessary. So shall I go for like a wooden floor down here now? So if I just put that last step in as brick, and then we'll go for some nice wooden flooring. Nice thing is, it doesn't take too long to mine out a whole floor in this game. And it really doesn't take too long to replace it all either. Look at that. Beautiful wooden flooring. Lovely room in here. Now I could even go up one. But then I am on the grass layer. So there is a possibility that I may need to lower this down even more. So what I might do is have a couple of bedrooms on this level. I'll just put a floor in there. Have a couple of bedrooms on this level and then maybe go down a little bit. So I don't end up hitting any... I think this is the lowest level though. I think everything else is higher than this level. So I shouldn't be having any problems with like sort of hitting a lower level and suddenly being in the grass layer. Right, I think it's nighttime now. I can hear the slingers and everything. I want to see how well they're doing. Because they did start to struggle when there was only like one of them. I may need to up the ammo though as well. But yeah, basically what I'm looking for with this is that the zombies are a good distance away. You can see I can almost draw a semicircle around them of how far away the zombies are when they're getting hit. So that's great. I want to have a look at the ammo supplies by the morning. How far through the night are we? Okay, we're a good way through the night and we've got 134 ammo left. I will up that. I'd like to see a couple of hundred left at the end of the night each night, so I will just change that around, I think. I'm also gonna... I know, what I should do is if I'm going to do things like this, I should have everything like 2 away, so that when I have an overhanging roof, it's not like hanging against the wall. There's at least a gap of 1 between. So that's something I will look into doing next time I build anything. Because I do feel that like having the thatching in line with the roof just looks really, yeah, to use a technical term. One thing I could do here, for example, I've got some tiger leaves. I could put like a little hedge to either side just to give it a little bit of interest. I could do the same here really actually. Give it a little sort of hedge outside the houses. Thought I heard a zombie then, but I don't think I did. Just trying to give details to make it a little bit nicer. I mean, the other thing that I could do is put a berry bush outside each house. To do that, you get a berry seed, which I have millions and zillions of, and you just pop them down. And then you got like little berry bushes outside the houses. It gives them like a little garden vibe going on. So maybe we'll have berry bushes outside there. And maybe we'll just have normal green bushes outside there. Yeah, got like a berry bush outside every house now. And doesn't that make it look cuter? Maybe we could have long berry bushes actually. Like a berry bush hedge sort of thing going on, actually. I think that looks a lot better. Let's see what I think of that. Yeah, that's cute. Berry bush hedges. You'd even build with them if you wanted. You could build them a berry bush tree house to live in. You could actually do that. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're getting loads and loads and loads of wood in from the little tree farm I've got there. Just keep that going, mate. That's amazing. They look cuter, much cuter with hedges in front of them. So much cuter. I think I will enjoy when I actually can change them to brick. I mean, as I say, I probably will eventually just extend the houses and have 2 of them instead of 3, and a little bit more of a gap between them. Might even move them to the other side, although there should be an equal amount of space on either side. Okay, I'm going to take 6 beds and move them into the new area. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 3 more rooms needed after that. Except for some reason I have 11 beds because I've made a whole bunch more as well. Could do it like that. And that way we'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 per room. And at some point I'll redo the floor, but not a big thing right now. I'd like to put a grocer down here. Maybe even 2. There's going to be a lot of people down here, so I think having a grocer to either side of the staircase coming down there would be amazing. I'll need to hire 2 people to do that, but considering the amount of food I've got right now, it shouldn't be an issue. My food isn't really an issue right now. It needs, I think my happiness will be eventually. But yeah, there we go. I like that. I like that a lot. And then we might go down a little bit more, I think. I'll make like a little sort of area, little doorway, and I'll go down into another little sort of staircase like this. And then we'll go down from there. I think I'll do one on the other side as well. So we'll just dig out a 5x5 room to this side. I will check that everything is green. It does seem to be, which is nice. Something you need to make sure of. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 back that way. 1 up into the ceiling. 1, 2 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 this way. So quick to do dirt digging compared to stone digging. Oh my goodness. That's much better. So that's the basic room. Then I just need to replace basically everything with stone. I'm lazy. I don't do the corners. Probably should. This is not a game where that matters, so I skip that bit. And we're doing really well, like with one guy doing stone. Really well. I've not needed more than I've gotten. Maybe that means I'm not building enough, I don't know. Hopefully not. Let's have a look at science as well, because we're a good 20 minutes in and I haven't really looked at that much. Olive oil, we have 15. We don't have any fish. Ah, okay. Well, I'm here building all my stuff. And actually what I should be doing is I do need to get some more employment going. Oh, I really don't like that little dip there. It annoys the bejesus out of me. So what I'm going to do is this. This. So they can't get up even from there. Yeah, it'll have to be like that. And I'm going to actually make these towers out of stone now. These should have been stone the whole time, really. I know I'm trying to employ a fisherman as well. We're going to go up 1 tile as well. And unfortunately, that's probably going to mess up all of this. I'm just going to remove all the slinger spots for now. Night slinger, that's day slinger. I thought there were other night slinger spots around here. I don't know what's happened to those. Interesting, huh? But yeah, I basically want to put to go 1 higher on these. And that means that I'll need to put a little block there. And a little block by here. And I need to move the torch. Things never simple in my life. And then we can put the slinger options back down quickly because it's about to be night. So I need a couple of night slingers. Oops. Here and here. Couple of night slingers here and here. The water gatherer's coming back in. Our first zombie is there. Let's just recruit to fill all jobs. And then I need a day slinger. Just stand behind and just like get them as they come down here. So really they should probably just be facing there. And if anything gets in. Well, yeah. No, that's not night. I want day. I want day. I want day. Guard. Day slinger. There. The night slingers are here. They've got 200. So they must be using about 50 to 80 a day. So what I'd like to do now... No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be brave. I'm going to go down this totally well-lit area. I've already put slots in for Fisherman. You may notice these handy, convenient barrels. So what I will be doing is going to food, going to Fisherman. And... I now don't need to put any kind of a fish farm in, which is amazing. So we've got 1 spot for the water gatherer, 2 for fishers. Sheila needs to run away before all the water zombies get her. Okay, the changes I made to the front seem to be holding up okay. I don't seem to be letting zombies in or anything like that. My slingers are doing a great job. Fab. Right, so let's recruit a few more colonists. And then I would like to make a bit of a change to the amount of ammo being made in the work table. So the work table is in here right now. And at the moment we're making like 57 or so firewood, and that seems fine. And we're making like... coated planks and adobe, dirt for rich people. Wood coating and dirt. I guess that's like a different building block you could use. I'm not really sure what that's for, to be honest. We've got wood coating from olive oil and beeswax, so we've made some of that. And we've made a few coated planks. That's pretty cool. But yeah, what I wanted to do here was to go from 200 to about 300. 350, that'll be absolutely fine. Make me that, please. We've got loads of stone. There's no reason not to have more ammo than we've got right now. Okay, so the next thing I want to have a look at, actually, we kind of need to be in this building, or we can just do it anywhere, is to start the cook. I want to have the cook done this episode to complete chicken farming. So we'll get some chicken farms up as well. The water pump's been done. Cool. Just gets it off the list, honestly. Tailor, we should be able to... Yeah, easily do that one. And archery, bronze arrows and bowstrings. Well, we'll start that. We might need a tailor. I'm kind of thinking the tailor might need his own place. Oh my goodness me. No, the tailor can just go in here somewhere, I think. If I find that I'm running out of room or whatever, then I can do other things. But maybe they can just go at the back here. This is the largest hut. This is the general hut. And it is the biggest one. But the tailor, I would like to give the tailor his own little house at some point. I'd like to give them all their own little house and then give them their own little workshop. and their own little house, and their own little bed. It'd be really cute. But not at the moment. At the moment, they got to go in their bunks down below. Eventually, they'll get abandoned, and then they'll become haunted catacombs. Right, so anyway, tailoring thing. Did I, oh, have I actually... I thought I heard a punch. Clearly not. I'm still researching the tailor, sorry. We'll have that in a minute. But what I do have is chickens. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cancel that. What I do have is chickens, so let's go and put some chickens and maybe a second set of beehives in. We've got plenty of, as I said before, plenty of food right now. More food than you can shake a stick at. I've got 350 bread, nearly. And we've got 1,300 berries. So what we're looking to do now is to get the cook in, and then I can start diversifying, and that makes them much happier. You notice the happiness is slowly dropping. One thing I could do there is to give them more of everything. And that will make them happier, because they have enough of everything. I don't know if I need more grocers. Maybe I'll get some more grocers soon. But anyway, in the meantime, I want a beekeeper over here, secondary beekeeper. And it'll do. Then I want some chicken farms. Chicken farms. Chop, chop, chop. I'm so bad at accidentally left clicking instead of right clicking. If anyone else plays this, do you find the same thing? Right, so let's go to the colony and recruit to fill the jobs. We now have 42 colonists and 43 beds. Now, if I put another 7 beds in, I mean, ideally, I want to be moving the beds around. I want to be moving the beds that are up here down. But, you know, maybe I could just put more beds in instead. But let's actually finish the room. And properly finish the floor as well. I didn't properly finish the floor in the other room. And now it's going to be a nightmare to do. Probably worse than the walls. Like, I did all of the walls. Which are not going to be difficult. I'm not going to need to move beds for them. And I didn't do the floor, which is where I'm going to have trouble. So I'm very silly. And I'm wasting stone on corners that I don't need to waste them on, really. That's a double silly. Okay, let's get this floor done. Wonderful. I like to do that sometimes. It breaks up the floor patterning a bit. It makes it kind of look like they just dug a hole in the floor and then into the wall, and then they just made this room, you know. That's kind of cute having like a different pattern inside. But then usually I find that by the time you've laid beds on top of that, it looks a bit not as good as it did originally. Oh, well, that's interesting, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's 6 deep. And that one's 5 deep. And that's not gonna wash with me. I have accidentally made it the wrong size. So what I'm gonna do is just roll with it. It makes more sense to make it bigger. And fit an extra couple of beds in. To me anyway, that makes more sense. And eventually I'm going to have to sort this ceiling out as well. As I say, I sorted out the ceiling in the other room, but I didn't even sort out the floor. Which is so silly. This is a nice room now. Okay, so I'm going to move some of the beds around. And then I want to pick up some of the beds from upstairs as well. We need a few, but not too many. So maybe about another 3 or 4. I don't want to have less beds than colonists at any point if I can help it. I would love them to just have beds all the time. So they can always have a good night's sleep. I am 1 bed short there. But that's fine. So after that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more rooms. But I like this little bunkhouse. It's very sweet and it's very nice and it will hold quite a lot of people. And how about we have a torch above each bed there? And how about we fix that wall? How about we stop trying to make a wall out of berry bushes? Yes, that would help too. So I take 1 out on each side. Then I'll happily be able to work on the floor on that side. And then... Okay, I'm always listening out just in case a zombie is punching. That's the first thing you'll hear if you've got a problem. And you don't want there to be a problem. Oh, cook is ready to complete. Da da da. Taylor is also ready to complete. That means we can do cabbage making, traders, candles. Oh, so many things. And archery. Archery's on the go at the moment. We'll start the science on all of them. But there's a few things we're going to need to do first. One of them is to finish this room. Because I like to finish what I've started. Oh, they're all going to go to bed in there. Okay, well, while you guys are all off to bed, I like to work on the bedrooms in the daytime when the people aren't around. So, one thing I'm going to need now is an oven. So, hopefully, they made me an oven. Maybe they have not. I don't know. Let's see. Did you make me a stove? Might not be time yet. I'm not seeing a cool stove. So basically a stove has to be made by my workman in here. I can't just make it myself, unfortunately. So there, that's a stove. And it says that in the stockpile there are 0 right now. I will put that up to a high priority, but I will only ask for 1. Although, to be honest, most of the time they have time to make everything I need. So I won't be able to put that in until they wake up in the morning and decide to make it for me. Which is a shame. But never mind. Okay, so I'm thinking I would like to put in a little staircase down here. And we'll go down just a little bit further. Because I think we're not quite as far down as I would like here. Have to go down too far. Probably about this far will be fine. And then again, I'll make another little tiny corridor. And this will have more rooms, definitely, this one. Maybe we'll just do that as well. And nothing's going to go under... Well, I don't think so anyway. Maybe I should go down a bit more. The reason I should go down a bit more is that if I do ever want to go backwards, then that will be doable. Still within the green zone, which is great. I do get paranoid at night, honestly. These guys are technically all outside the safe zone, but they defend themselves, so that's fine for them to be there. I mean, one thing I could do to make this place more secure, if I wanted, is to build the walls up one more high. If I do that though, they're going to start... I will probably need to raise the roof up a little bit on that entryway. And it's going to start looking rubbish, honestly, with the way I've built my buildings, so I probably won't do that. What I'd rather do is just keep them outside and maybe even expand this bit here. Expand these walls. One thing I could do, I could take those walls all the way down and out to the fishing thing as well. We'll keep it safe, but then they wouldn't really have a way in, and they do need a way in, the zombies. So, you know, I'd have to rethink that. But I could definitely do something to protect them, the fishers, fishermen and water gatherers coming in and out of that particular area. The other thing that I could do is once I do expand the borders, bring the banner forward into the berry farm. I could definitely do that. And then everything would be pushed forward into this nice flat area in front. That could be a good thing to do, actually. Then we build more housing and farmland and whatever here. And here. And then the fishing place would be much, much closer. So that's something I actually do think might be quite cool. Archery is ready. Oh, well done, guys. Very well done. So now I will be able... And I'll give them a while to make some arrows and stuff. But I'll be able to maybe change one or two of these guys, these slingers, to archers. Or just give them backup. No reason not to. I've got so much food. Well, I say that, but the food is going down now, so I need to keep an eye on that. However, we're gonna change some things. We're gonna actually have a new food source in a minute from the fish. So let's see how many fish we've got. 48 already, and the fishermen have barely been there a day. I'd like to go and have a look at them in a minute. However, I want to see if my oven's done yet. Really? Come on, hurry up. Make it me. Make it me. Oh, you're working on the bows. I suppose they are a bit of a priority, but... Make my stove. Peasant. Technologist is ready to complete. Oh, wow. We're doing some amazing science right now. Trading. They're making stoves. Oh, the stoves are all going into the trading thing. Oh gosh. Well, okay. Fish meal. Well, I need the stove for the fish meal. Right, why don't we put a tailor down if we haven't already? And the tailor, well, the stove will be going in there. The tailor will probably be going in here. Did you make me a tailor's? No, but I can make my own, unlike with the stove. So that's not so bad. I need to hire someone to do this. Actually, I'm going to put it over there slightly, and I'll put a crate in the middle. And then I can have some kind of other workstation to the other side, and just have everybody crowding in. Not ideal, but... 120,000 calories used a day. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, are you making my stoves yet? Oh, you won't be making my stove. Of course you won't. You making my stove yet? No, what are you making now? Goodness me. Firewood? No. Oh, ammo. Okay, yeah, I'll let you make ammo. That's fine. I asked for that, to be fair. And it is important. So it probably goes down in order. Probably is, oh, we don't need to make a sling. We don't need to make a sling. Make all the firewood. Make all the bullets. Maybe bullets are a high priority anyway. But then after that, nothing except bows. Yeah, bowstrings. Then the stove. Yeah, bowstrings. Okay. Then you'll make me my stoves. And then we'll be able to do the sciencey stuff. Okay. How are we doing with science then? We're getting linen and beeswax together for the candles. Wonderful. We're not getting fish meal because we don't have a stove yet. What if I cancelled that? If I cancelled that, would I get a refund on the stoves? No. Rats. Then if I start it up again, do I lose the stoves? Yes. Okay, I'm going to cancel it anyway. And once I have a stove... Really? You're still not making me a stove? Can I please have a stove? I'm relying on you for this. Please just make me a stove. Please stop making parts that aren't even a priority compared to the stove. There's a high priority. Why are you making that first? Why are you making non-priority things before my priority thing that I told you was a priority? Answer me. Look into my eyes. Answer me. I want a stove. Okay, so what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for the stove is we're going to go and have a look at the fishermen before the sun goes down. But I want to see what they look like because I've never seen them before. All of my previous saves have had fish farms in them rather than fishermen. So, they don't even have a fishing rod. They just stand there and go, haha, fish magically jump into my hands. I am tickling the fish. While standing up straight. I see. Oh, we're up over 700k calories again. Which is awesome. And we're basically just like stockpiling a ton of raw fish. We should be starting to get chicken eggs and chicken meat as well. Yes, we are. Loads of berries. Loads of everything. Oh, candles are ready. Wonderful. Our happiness is at 13 because I gave them a bit of extra food. I can reduce that if I need to. But like I say, we're getting a new food source in just a minute, so that's fine by me. Happiness. I can give them some candles. We're going to start making them now. So I'll just give them a few, I guess. I'll see if they run out a lot or not, or whatever happens. But when they get candles, they will be much happier, which will be very, 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 very nice. Very, 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 very nice. By the way, I have, that is a safety torch. The fact that it's underneath the thatch does not mean it will light on fire. Okay? Good. I'm glad we went through that. Also, let's do that so I can go up and down without worry. I like to have these quarter blocks anywhere where I have to go up or down. Let's have a look up here. So we've got our beekeepers and they're like, yeah, well, we've done everything we need to do. So they're making raw beeswax and honey. And there's 200 of each, or 100 of the honey. And then 105 eggs. And we're looking for 70 chicken drummers. Okay, cool. That's fine. But yeah, by positioning the beehives slightly differently, I could have positioned them along one and not had this big gap in the middle. But that's what I say when people say that there's sort of like an efficient and an inefficient way to do things. I don't always choose the efficient way. That's probably slightly better. 1, 2 there. See, these could be here, you see, but like I say, I don't mind. They can just sit over here doing their thing. It's fine. It's totally not going to bug me at all, in the slightest, ever. I also may actually just raise my entire wheat field by 1, just so that it's like in line with everything else. That will be a lot of work though. And I'll need to do it maybe 1 field at a time so that I'm not interrupting my food supply chain too much. Oh, here come the zombies. Okay, I'm fairly confident in my slingers, so I'm going to spend the night. Digging more down here, I think. Make myself some more planks as well. Can't rely on the poor dude. I mean, the thing is as well, he won't make planks. He won't spend his time making planks instead of stoves. No, I was like, oh, do I have a stove yet? No. Next episode will have to be for stove making, I guess. Rather than this episode. It's very sad, I know. But it's the way it's got to be, guys. Okay, so let's get this wall fixed as well. I'm gonna want to fix this roof. I'm gonna want to fix that roof and floor is fine. Probably want to fix this roof, and that doorway needs fixing as well because it's not a proper doorway right now. Would be cool if there were doors. I guess I'll do that for the ceilings. I may have to raise the ceiling, but there's not too many blocks to replace if I do. I like that the torches and beds and things don't get in the way of your movement. Like, anything that's a bit annoying, you just walk through. Okay, so there I probably want to flare the corridor out to 3 wide. I think, yeah. And then I can start on any rooms I want to do down here. And hopefully get all of the bedrooms into this kind of underground bunkhouse. I'm much happier with the staircase now. I'm really glad I changed that because I was really dubious about it. Spend the nights digging this for them. Getting all the nice, getting all their beds down here and everything. I'll just pop a torch in there because I hate not being able to see so much. Those of you that watch me playing 7 Days with Avac will know that I hate not being able to see. You will attest to that. Get this little square room done. I think that's only, yeah, it's only 3 wide so far. I need to push it back another 2 to 3. Depending on whether I want the rooms down here to be 5s or 6s. I think I want them to be 5s, really. So these rooms are just going to be a little bit smaller. Or 7s, even. So they're a little bigger. Yeah, let's do 7s. And I'll probably move the beds down here as soon as I've done the floor, honestly. And I'll do the rest later. So I'll change the flooring over. Because that's a pain to do once you put the beds down. And then I'll make myself another room. And then I'll come down here and tidy it all up and make it pretty and put nice walls in and stuff like that. Oh, that's not right. That was better. Because I'm not needing that many new beds all the time. So once I've built this like original structure and I've got it all sorted out and I've got most of the beds in the right place, then it'll just be the odd room every so often rather than like this having to to make all these massive bedrooms. Oh no, let's just sort that out, shall we? But that's nasty to deal with otherwise. Okay, how many beds we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should actually easily be able to get them into that room. It'll be the wrong amount for the room, but I can do it. And then move them later, just so that they're not in that space. Get them out of that space, because in a minute, well, not in a minute, but in a while. So I'll just do that. So that gets all 10 beds in there. That is not ideal. I don't like doing that at all. So we will... Oh, I'm at 51 minutes again. Oh, this game. It messes with my sense of time, I swear. I'm like, I've barely done anything. And then I'm like, oh. But I have actually done a lot. I mean, if you look at this whole colony I've built, we're on, what, episode 5? So that's 5 hours. Oh, I knew this would happen. Why does that happen sometimes and not all the time? Why did it wait to happen? So what we do to sort that out, right? What we do to sort that out is, it'd be better if I can get up onto the roof. We'll do a little thing like this. So then, technically speaking, as we come up the stairs, there's a hole there. You see? Might not be the prettiest looking thing ever, but that sorts that problem out nicely. And then, as I say, I'll put some herb gardens over here just so that they might not be the optimal size, but with the herb gardens, I don't think you need them to be the optimal size. I think you just need them to be whatever size. As long as you... There's some things where you need to get the most out of something, and there's some things where you just need to have some of it. And until much later in the game, I would imagine, you don't need a ton of herbs. Other than flax. You need flax, but that... I don't know if that counts as a herb. It says flax and herbs. So the herbs are going to go in the herb garden. Got the olive grove and the tree farm there. That they're doing nicely. I'm using a lot of wood at the moment for building. I got lobsters from somewhere. Super interesting. You don't get lobsters from a fish farm. Or as far as I can tell, you don't. So that's a really cool thing about being near water again. Do we have a stove yet? No. Oh my goodness me. What are you even doing? What are you making now? Don't make anything but stoves. This is a really bad idea, by the way. But I'm getting a bit fed up of them not making my stove. Oh, but they put it down to... I'm sure I put that up to a priority. There we go. Thank you. Alright, now we've got a stove. Wonderful. Did I need to put all these priorities back up again now? Like for ammo and stuff and firewood. Firewood is a priority. Making slings, not a priority. I'm sorry, that's not a priority. Making nails, maybe. But not really. We need to make sure we have ammunition. And we need to make sure we have firewood for food. Those, are, to me, are the two absolute priorities. The rest, not. No. Like, you don't need to make bread in here. Okay, that can be like normal priority. Now I've got one, I'm happy. I just wanted my one stove. That's all I wanted. The whole episode. And by darn it, I'm gonna have it. Alright, okay, so there we go. I should get a colonist coming along from the banner in just a second. Oh, actually, probably already there. Oh, just as everybody goes to bed. Alright then. Well, I guess we'll probably be seeing the cooker working on stuff. Oh no, making lobsters. Making us some lobster cook it. Yeah, cook, I don't really need that many cooked lobster, do we? Really. And we don't need that many cakes. I'm sure we could make do with like 20 cakes. And like 100 lobster, 100 fish. A couple of 100 fish. Cooked buckets. Yeah, that will be fine for now. And once we get some fish meal. Where do we get fish meal from? Oh, you get that as a byproduct of making... okay, cool. Lobster, honey, olive oil, and firewood. Yeah, so that's as a byproduct of making the cooked fish. So I would say the cooked fish is more of a priority right now than making cakes and stuff like that. The buckets of water are always a priority as well, and these guys are low priority. But how cool is that? Our guys are getting lobster dinners. I don't know how many I'll be able to give them, but you know, we'll try. 667k calories, but hang on, we're going to be making loads and loads of meals soon and things like that, so it's fine. I still have a space here. I still have a space for one more field as well. We are now on 44 colonists. When we get to 50, we will be able to get some more space as well, which will be quite nice. Because I do feel that things are a little cramped in here. Honestly, one thing I might do, I might even brick up their bedroom areas that I've just been making and move it somewhere else as well. Because I feel like it's really, really cramped. This area is really, really cramped. It's mostly because I didn't really consider how widely spaced the roof would be. And now I feel like it's butting up to the wall and I'm not happy with it. So they might get moved. They might get moved. These might get redesigned possibly as well. But I like them at the moment. I just feel like they maybe need a little more space. So I might need to take them down and just redesign them. Or put them in a different place. Or make just a big workshop down the end there. And then have like some fields in front. And then maybe have another workshop over there by the fields. And another one over there. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. But I probably will change this up a bit. Because I feel like everything's very cramped. And the problem is, like, I don't have much more space than what I've used here. A little strip down there. A little strip down there. Other than that, we've used all the space. But I've used it well because we've got lots of food. So that's really cool. But, yeah, okay. So I definitely think when we get that other 6 colonists in, I might just literally get 6 colonists to just research that just to get the extra space. Then I'll stick some fields in and get them working there. Give us more wheat and stuff. Because I believe at the moment we've got lots and lots of bread. But we could have more. And what I'm thinking is we are running out of wheat. And are we running out of barley as well? I think we are. So what we could do with is maybe another barley field, another couple of wheat fields. And I think we've got a couple of things coming up as well. Like, let's see. Under food, we're going to get a cabbage farmer as well. We've got everything else though. Except for fish farms because we don't need them because we've got fishermen. And then we've got, if you have a look under the guards, we still got a matchlock and a crossbow to get. If you have a look under miners, you just get miners really, don't you? Same with foresters. And then flax and herbs, we've got flax farmers, alkanet, wolfsbane and hollyhock to pick up. And then we've got all of these things, construction. When we get digger to be unlocked, that will be the first part of our automatic construction. And like I say, that's where we start to get into the part of the gameplay where I'm not as familiar. And then we're going to have to dig for some more precious sort of resources. So we're going to have to lower the mine right down. And then we're going to be able to colonize some other different areas, which will be kind of cool. So I'm going to be interested in seeing what that's all about, because that was certainly a part of the game that we never had the last time I played it. So we're definitely getting into some new territory here for me. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more colony survival, please subscribe. I'll let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.